All right, I'm Jonathan, the Director of Conservation and Research for Tucson Audubon, and we just had a excellent saguaro planting event, and so I thought it would be great to show everybody exactly what we're doing. We're working with these little saguaros here. They're growing out by Gila Watershed Partnership Nursery, and these guys are about 3 years old, about 2.5 to 3 inches tall, and plump and full of water and very well rooted. So I'm here underneath a little scrubby mesquite tree, which is going to be our nurse plant for this one. And we're going to want to plant this guy right down even to the base of the plant. The top of the root is going to be at our soil level. So I'm just going to dig a hole here on the eastern side of this plant. The soil right here isn't quite as damp, but it rained last night and rained last week, and everywhere else that we've been planting has had really nice damp soil. So I'm just measuring here. My hole's about 3 inches deep, which is the right depth for the pot here. It's going to be the right height to sit at the right level. And then my favorite technique for getting these guys out of here is to use a piece of newspaper and just make a little handle, snug enough that it's not going anywhere, not so tight to squeeze it too much. Loosen the pot a tiny bit, and then we can tip it over and slide it right out. Look at those wonderful roots. So a lot of people are doing bare root transplants on saguaros. These guys have a good head start here because they've got lots and lots of roots that are going to be able to go out into the surrounding soil here during monsoon season. And you can see as soon as I take off this little handle that the top of the soil there is level with the surrounding soil. So I'm gonna put this loose stuff back in, and we want to make sure that there's no air pockets. So I'm gonna loosen the soil around, starting out an inch or so out, and just kind of cave that soil in towards, and then start pressing it down, making sure that we don't have any air pockets. Air pockets could lead to killing off the roots that are right next to that exposed air, or could lead to the soil compacting around. So just pressing down, make sure we don't have any air pockets, making sure it's nice and level. We don't want to be in a depression. We don't want soil litter or anything to gather around the base of the saguaro so that it doesn't rot out. It's nice and even, level with the surroundings. So we could say it's done there. It's well planted saguaro, but we also want to make sure to minimize anything accidentally disturbing it. It's got spines, nobody's going to eat it, but we don't want anybody to just happen to kick it out or root through it. So I'm going to take all of these loose branches from over here and just create a physical barrier around this guy. If we were in an area with lots of rocks, we'd be using rocks, but we're here in sandy soils close to the Santa Cruz River, just south of the Las Milpitas Garden, on flood control land. But this is an area that probably would have historically had a bunch of saguaros in it, similar to some areas down south of here. So kind of just a quick rough shelter. Nobody's gonna get in there because why would you want to? And all right, now you have one of our 14,000 saguaros that we're trying to get planted in the ground, ready to grow. In 50 or 60 years, it'll start flowering. In 100 to 150 years, it'll be big enough to maybe have purple martins or American kestrels or something like that nesting in it. Yeah, thanks.